All right, time now is 9:24 a.m. on September 28th. Yeah, whoa, I have no interesting notifications. So I slept from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. But I actually didn't sleep at all. I feel like I didn't sleep at all. I don't know why. Or I feel like I'm stuck between I feel like I dreamed the entire sleep, but at the same time I woke up like 12 times in the middle. At around 4:30 a.m., I actually woke up because the AC was so goddamn cold. I had to wake up to turn the AC down and make it less cold, and then I washed my hands. I went back to sleep. But I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't. I just kept flipping left and right, and I didn't even dream. I think my mind wandered off and I was somewhere between conscious and dreaming, but just in between. And I never actually fell asleep at all. I don't know what happened to me. I guess yesterday my conversation with Natalie and Cedric sort of like traumatized me in a way. It didn't traumatize me, but in a way it psychologically affected me and gave me a bit of insomnia, I guess. But yeah, last night with the whole, oh, everyone's having girlfriends now and everyone's having sex now thing, it's just, it's disheartening, but then you have to realize that, yeah, I'm not going around having sex with random people, but I think what I've achieved in the last semester though is already really impressive. You have to realize that back in secondary school, okay, Tyrus, back in secondary school, was already dating, you know? Um, and then people like Grant back in secondary school also dated Natalie. So they were already a step ahead of me, but considering the fact that I barely had any friends, I didn't date anyone back in secondary school, and then I went to college in the USA, and then now suddenly have like 300 more followers on Instagram, and I suddenly have almost dated someone. Almost is actually already really impressive. So comparing myself to them is just bad. It's like comparing myself to really lucky people. Like, why don't I compare myself with Nick? Has Nick got a girlfriend? Hell no, he's far from it. If I compare myself with Miriam, we're pretty much on equal playing field. If I compare myself with some other random person, like, I'm actually not doing that bad after all. I'm just not doing that bad. So it's fine, I guess. It's a bit sad, but it's fine, I guess. It's doable. So yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But again, for sure, like I want to talk to Natalie more. I don't want to do this again where I basically don't talk to her for 9 months straight. Um, but regardless, I don't I don't like telling people the truth, especially people from the past. I'll just try to hide from them, like whatever happens to me in the USA, because A, it's not that cool anymore. Like it's not it's not within the realm of Hong Kong anymore, so it's not as relevant. Second of all, it's just it's just yeah, it's just I don't know. I just wanna, I guess, impress people by keeping secrets so that people will only find out my social life update through YouTube. I mean through Instagram. Um, and it's funny because like all the stuff that Natalie told me, most of the stuff Natalie told me, Pink getting STDs and Grant having sex with this model and whatever other stuff. I think they're all from Kingsley because Kingsley's still like an information gatherer. But the thing is, I'm not connected to Kingsley at all, so I don't really like. I'm sort of like a mysterious outsider right now, and mysterious is another word for saying irrelevant. But there's no relevance to anything in the first place. Like we've all moved on from secondary school life, so there's that. Um, in fact, if I, let's think conversely. right? Let's say this isn't about secondary school life. This is about my life in Santa Monica. When I told Tova that I and Leslie are like arguing, it's shocking to her because it's something that they didn't expect. It's like a little connection that, whoa, really? Did it actually happen? And it's quite intriguing, actually. So just twist it around. On the other side, it's just as intriguing and refreshing. And it's not like Benny and Ariel having sex and whatever, but it's still like, oh, okay, that's a thing. Oh, wow. So that's pretty intriguing, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Today I'm going to spend the entire day at home. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to just film reviews, watch movies, finally do something with HKTA. Please get a job. Please, for fuck's sakes. And, yeah, I don't know. I still hold out hope to meet interesting people in Hong Kong, but it's fine. It's whatever. In fact, right now I think it's very difficult to, make a short film, let alone make a quarter of a short film here. It's still difficult. It's not like I'm meeting tons of very resourceful people or anything. But yeah, we'll see. I'll take the gamble. Alright, time now is 9:50 p.m. Yeah, just nothing happened today. Essentially, that's the thing. Whole day here, which is nice. I don't have any place to go. I can just chill. Yeah, so, a couple interesting things, or actually just one interesting thing, and it's, I downloaded Indeed job search again, in the hopes of finding a job, and, my hair is actually quite nice right now. It's very fluffy and big, I was gonna say, the kind Leslie would run her fingers through, but anyhow, I re-downloaded Indeed job search and I searched tutoring center, and there are quite a few tutor jobs on there, and they're really low paid, like $100 per hour to $150, which is pretty bad, but you know what, as long as there's money, I'll fucking do it. And then out of curiosity, I typed film making, or just film, and something very interesting came up. Apparently there is this place called Babel Film Center or Babel Film Workshop, and it's located in south of Hong Kong Island, and it's urgently hiring people who can teach film, or assistant teacher to film. And that's pretty fucking awesome. Like, yeah, teaching English is cool, but teaching film is like, oh, I'm gonna be like the next Drew. I'm gonna be the next Cuchillo or something. So I definitely applied to that, like, right off the bat, like, immediately. I made a CV just now. I used my resume that I sent to UCLA, and I basically modified it a little bit here and there, made it look even nicer, used a new photo, and then uploaded it to Indeed, and then I applied for 3 jobs. I applied for the film teaching job, and then 2 more jobs at tutoring English. Tomorrow I'll apply more, and I'll also use HKTA. I managed to figure out the HKTA login shit. I used a laptop to fix it. It works now, but HKTA is even more annoying than STAPS because it's essentially a competition, a fight between so many other tutors, and we all leave these chunky, long paragraph comments on these cases. That's how the app works. And another thing is on HKTA, and I believe STAPS too, people look for female tutors more because they're more reliable and they're more soft and gentle, and it's like a common idea that girls are just nicer than guys. So I stand a really low chance, but I think the fact that I speak English on a native level, I got 5 double star in English, first of all. Second of all, I'm studying film, and I'm transferring to US freaking C, one of the best film schools in the world. I am qualified as fuck to teach in that film center. So please give me that freaking job, please. So I really wish I could go there. I really do. I guess another really cool thing is last night my mom sent me this thing. Apparently Song Kang-ho, one of the greatest actors of all times, one of the greatest Korean actors ever, is doing an acting masterclass at Hong Kong Baptist University, which is extremely cool. And I already found out about that through an Instagram post. But my mom sent me a link to that, and my mom said she can get me tickets. So that's really cool. So I'm definitely going. And on top of that, this is part of the Hong Kong Asian Film Festival thing. And holy shit, there's a crazy ass lineup. There's Yakusho Koji, also one of the biggest actors in Japan, and freaking EY Shinji. Like, the dude made All About Lily Shushu. Like, holy fuck. He's doing a workshop thing, and I bet because he's less well known, less people attend, so there's more of a chance for me to go. I need to meet this guy. Holy shit. So this Asian Film Festival thing, like, even for they're even showing tons of films like Kim Ji-woon's Cobweb. Thus Song Kang-ho is here. Yakusho Koji is here because of Perfect Days by Wim Wenders. And there are tons of other Hong Kong films that are screening. And I want to see a lot of them. So I'm really considering going to these festival screenings and perhaps meeting these people. And who knows, maybe I'll make some more connections here and there, which will be really cool. But, I'm definitely going to Asian Film Festival at some point. More importantly than Clock and Flap, the music festival, which I will miss out, but it's fine because I don't want to be cramped in an overpriced space at freaking Central, and anyways, it's a really hype film festival I really want to join. So that's pretty cool. And then nothing else that's crazy is happening. Betsy's dropping film 34, like something apparently Betsy really wanted to film, but the professor got sick again, and that really pissed Betsy off, and Betsy just quit film 34, which is hilarious because Betsy started off the semester thinking that film 34 is going to be a great wonderland, but it's not. So it's her fault for being naive. Another thing is it's Thursday in the US right now, and Justin just told me they're filming interviews for the Indiegogo short, so that's going to be interesting. That's going to be fun. Oh. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I've yet to talk to Ken about Film 33. I want to, and I probably should. And that's pretty much it. Not much else. I want to go to bed earlier tonight. And I'm excited for Saturday because we'll be having lunch with Leia, not the Czech girl, but from here, Nick, whom I haven't seen in a year, I believe, and Miriam, and then afterwards I'll be watching Back Home with Miriam in Taiwan at a cinema that I've never been to before, and yeah, because Cornhill and Movie and Taiku aren't playing the movie, or actually at least Cornhill is playing the movie, but at extreme times, like 1 or 9 a.m. and then 10 p.m., which is weird. Maybe it's because it's a holiday, but anyways, I'm really excited for Saturday, and I really need to get these jobs. I want to meet interesting people. That's the two things I really seriously for real need to do while I'm here, or 3 things, 3 goals that I will achieve, right? 3 goals. Earn money, meet interesting people, and make a little bit of a short film. Speaking of which, I spoke with the insurance guy, Chunhua, who helped me in a couple of my short films, and we'll be having lunch or dinner next week. So that's that. So I'm keeping the social life rolling, and it's crazy because it's been a week since I've arrived here, and I'm just assimilating back to Hong Kong, easy peasy a-okay. And it's crazy because if it was the interlude between rounds 1 and 2, or the interlude between rounds 2 and 3, the last 2 times I've been here, 1 week is like 1/3 of my stay. But right now, 1 week is like barely 10%, or I think just 10%. So I still have a long way to go in this place. I still have a long time to stay on this lovely bed, sit on this lovely seat, and enjoy my time here. And it's honestly kind of great, kind of cool, and yeah, just move on, moving on. Move on, moving on. That's me. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Alright, time now is 9:48 a.m. on September 29th. I slept from 1:10 to like 9:30. It was a good sleep. I did fall asleep. I had a nasty dream, not nasty, but like suspenseful dream where I was in school, I believe, and there was this huge gang fight. Oh, what the fuck? And there's a huge war of sorts, some gang fight, some violence, and a lot of people died, and I had to escape without getting killed in the crossfire. And right outside is the car park, and someone's gonna drive me. I was supposed to go to the 10th floor, but I accidentally went to the 16th floor, and I have to go up. Apparently, it's like underground. It's crazy. But anyways, I'm alive, and I'm here. And not a lot of things are to be said. Yesterday was not very productive. I feel like because I know that I have an entire day to myself, I just procrastinate and I do nothing. But I returned to the giant Microsoft Word document again, where I basically list out all the Chinese dynasties. I'm basically doing that again, continuing that. And it's really fun, but it's also really time consuming. But yeah, today I'm going to have a haircut. That's the only thing that's going to happen today. Hopefully I have new news. Hopefully I got new news concerning the apartment, concerning the jobs. I'm gonna call Universal Music Group again to I want to reply to them to the email, but I don't know how to. Like, there are terms in that email. There's a table that I need to fill in, and there are words in there that I don't really know what they mean, so I need to call them again to find out. Yeah, and then not much else. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna apply for more jobs today. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs, more jobs, more jobs, more jobs, more jobs. I'm gonna keep applying, and if luck happens, boom, yay. If doesn't, whatever. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for today. I'm really excited to have a haircut because I get to be Enoch 3.0, which is very cool and fun. And yeah, I'm gonna take a bunch of screenshots on my phone of men who I want to look like in terms of hair. And yeah, hopefully I look cool. Hopefully I've made the right choice in what kind of hair I want. And hopefully I sleep earlier tonight. I'm really adjusting to the time here now, which makes sense. It's been a week, yeah, excited for tomorrow as well. Honestly, despite feeling like a depressing wasteland in terms of social life here, because everyone's got their own lives and everyone's got their own things to do, I am learning to appreciate the little things. Like, just a small lunch with Natalie could be a fun time because we get to talk and shit. Or just to hang out with Nick could be fun because we could joke around and shit. Yeah, so honestly, it's not bad. Really not bad at all. And hopefully I still meet interesting people. Again, 3 goals, 3 goals, 3 goals. Let's make it more goal-oriented. 3 goals. Make money meet interesting people in my short film. So let's work towards that. And we'll see. Alright, time now is 9:02 p.m. on September 29th. So, yeah, what? So I went to have a haircut, right? Right before leaving, like literally right before I shaved everything because I don't want him to shave it. I want to do it myself because I'm gentler, and then I accidentally hurt my lip. But anyways, I arrived. I thought it was 2 p.m. Turns out the appointment was 3 p.m. So I was going to be late, but turns out I'm early. So anyways, I had the haircut. It's about an hour long, and I had to pay 280 Hong Kong dollars. This is one of the rare instances where paying in Hong Kong becomes much more expensive than in LA. But anyways, I arrived, and I had some photos on my phone. On the way there, I went to Google Images and I just searched up Asian men hairstyle and picked a few. And then I screenshotted them and I showed it to the barber, the hair cutter. And he proceeded to give me a haircut. And this is how it turned out. Yeah. Fuck. This is the... No. No. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I just... maybe I'm just not used to having new hair, so this looks really weird to me. But to me, I look like a mushroom, and it was way worse. Like, the two sides, like this corner and this corner was like perking out. I looked like a loaf of bread. I looked like a mushroom. I looked like a sliced mushroom, and I told him to trim down these as well. But now I still look stupid because if I do this, you can see a little curve. And then if I do this, you can also see a little curve right here. So now I look like there's a bowl. So now it looks like my old haircut, but now with a bowl of hair on top. And I look a little hideous. I look like a plant, really. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not used to it. But it's not that different from Enoch 1.0 haircut. Also, it looks hideous. I hope I look way better once it grows out long, but this does not look like those guys in my photos, in the screenshots. It doesn't look like that at all. This is just, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm sorry. I just don't know what it is. And I'm gonna go out and meet people tomorrow. I'm embarrassed now. I feel like I'm gonna look way better once the hair is grown out long. Maybe if the top is thicker and the side is longer, maybe it's gonna be way better. I don't know. But yeah, this is not great at all. Like, this is not the K-pop hair that I was expecting. Like, I didn't even want K-pop hair. But I would much rather have K-pop hair than this, you know? And then there are very simple haircuts. Like, all I'm asking for is something really simple, you know? So I really don't know what the fuck happened. At least the front is long and long enough to create a little, you know, little shade. Bangs. Little bangs. But yeah, no, this is definitely not how I want to look when I get into USC. This is definitely not it. I'm going to try to grow my hair long so that it becomes big and puffy. It just doesn't fit my soft image. It just doesn't. I just want something that fits my soft image, but then also has a level of quirk, you know. But anyways, there's that. Nothing else important happened today. I spoke with Kiara a little bit, so today for Film 33, they're filming interviews, or more like yesterday, and I talked to Kiara, and Kiara basically talked about, how it went okay, I guess. Kiara was chosen as DP alongside Gregory, and Kiara was DP for the interviews. Like, as if that matters at all. You're filming interviews. Justin was the first AC again for interviews. Does it even matter? And then they don't know much about what happened in the soundstage. Apparently, they're filming the Indiegogo campaign shoot at the soundstage with David, and Leslie was there as well. But Kiara and Justin they weren't at the soundstage at all. They were at the sound rooms filming interviews, and they interviewed Andrew K, which is great. They interviewed Cassandra, and a bunch of people, and apparently, Kiara had a bit of an altercation with Nadim, who was very bossy. So I don't know. Wish them luck. Wish them the best of luck. I'm so glad I'm out of Santa Monica. I'm so glad I'm out of there. That's basically it for today. There's nothing interesting happened today. Like, nothing. The other job, the Christian interview job, that I don't even know if I will be even paid for that shit. The guy finally contacted me, and I told him I'm free next Tuesday and Saturday, and then he's like, okay, then come next Tuesday and Saturday. So tomorrow, my entire next week is booked, essentially. On top of that, freaking EY Shinji, the guy who wrote and directed All About Lily Shushu, is going to do a masterclass next Wednesday or on October 18th, which is fucking insane. And that's bad because I have to go to work. So I'm gonna see if I can just not go to my mom's company, because this is more important, this is more important. And yeah, hopefully my hair grows out long, because I really don't know what this is. I really don't. Alright, time now is 9:49 a.m. on September 30th. We've made it to the end of September. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, I slept from 1:10 to 9:30 basically, just like yesterday. I woke up. It wasn't a perfect sleep. I don't know why. Maybe the AC's too cold. There's something about the AC being too cold. In LA, it's always the AC not cold enough, and in here, it's always the AC not being a little too cold. But I woke up at around 7, or no, I woke up when the sky wasn't even bright. I think that was around 4 a.m.-ish, and I was like cold. But then I somehow managed to fall back asleep, and then I woke up again at around 7 something a.m. But anyways, I'm here now, and yeah, I had a few dreams. Nothing that crazy. I dreamed that my cousin told me we have to go to Tokyo tomorrow. Like, it's a long planned trip. Like, it's been planned for a while. But I haven't packed at all, so I started panicking. I dreamed that Tova sent me a message on Google Drive saying, hey, Mr. Shy. I called myself Mr. Shy on there. Please delete or hide the project, the Film 33 documentary project on the Google Drive, because if they find out, we'll get caught, because we have to do an assignment together, and it's like an extension of Film 33, the class, or it's weird, I don't know. And then I dreamed about getting off this ladder twice before I actually did that the third time. So that was hilarious. But yeah, still not used to my haircut. And also another thing is, yesterday was actually a Mid-Autumn Festival. Little do people know, this could be the last Mid-Autumn Festival I'll ever experience until the 2030s. So I am low-key a little bit bummed out that I didn't just go downstairs last night and enjoy it with a bunch of kids and strangers. Um, but at the same time, it's also fine because back in 2021, I went all the way to freaking Wong Tai Sin on the day of Mid Autumn Festival to just go there and check it out. So I already did the extreme. But regardless, I want to bring my camera out today just so that I can take photos of the moon when it turns to night. So I'm gonna do that. Or at least some street photography because I'm going to Chaiwan, which is near the school. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So today, it's going to be a pretty fun day. I'm going to be meeting up with Miriam, Leia, not the Czech Republic one, the one here, and Nick to eat lunch, and then we're gonna hang out for a little bit. At around 5, I and Miriam will go to Chaiwan to watch a movie, and then come back home, and tonight I'll have like sushi or sashimi or whatever. That's pretty much it. Leia picked a Western restaurant, which eats sandwiches and burgers, which, it's fine. It's been 10 days. I've pretty much avoided American food for 10 days, aside from Argentinian steak, but that doesn't count because that's important. My canker sore is hurting like a bitch. I don't know if I can open my mouth big for a burger, but I can. Surely. I'm not gonna eat pasta though, that's for sure. I'm done with pasta, okay? I'm fucking done with pasta. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, in no news from the job search. I realize it's because it's holiday season right now. So yeah, I should make an Instagram story about Mid-Autumn Festival. People are going to be like, oh, this is like cultural. Ooh. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just need one more job. 1 or 2 more jobs. That's all I need. And then we'll see. I guess. Bro, where the hell am I going? Also, I just ran into Bernice. I almost forgot she existed. Bro, where is this? What is this? What is this? Bro, I found it.
係，所以一定嗌4個，3個定。呢個係咪？呢個應該係6歲。Mystery box。影你點樣毀壞呢嚿冰？係啊，因為我哋俾每一個人一個 title。
想唔想買飛先？就係啲公仔。咁得嘅公仔。哦，就係呢啲。哇！去4倍嘅咯，唔係去係40。我都想去，我可唔可以去入？係有啲咩用處？恐怖。其實就係個樣恐怖。即係貫穿翻佢成個店。 All right, time now is 11:04. Yeah, 11:04 p.m. So today was pretty fun. I went to Quarry Bay to see Leia, Nick, and Miriam. I was late by like half an hour, but no worries because Leia is even later. But when I was walking to Quarry Bay, at the MTR station, I was about to exit at exit A, and before I went through the gates, I looked to my right, or to my left, and I saw a girl walking with her mom, and I could immediately tell, is that Bernice? That one girl I was friends with for a very brief period of time during Form 1 for nearly a year, and then had a huge fallout with, and then never spoke to ever again. Is that Bernice? And I looked at her, and I'm pretty sure it's her. But I wasn't 100% sure until she looked back at me, and she waved at me, and I waved back, and then I just walked away. And that was really weird because I wouldn't think she would recognize me, but also given that I just had a haircut and just shaved and all, I'm probably a lot more recognizable than I'm supposed to. So that was really interesting, and that's no surprise at all because Bernice literally lives there, or at least I know that she lived there. I don't know that she still lives there, so that was pretty interesting. Anyways, that's pretty interesting. I arrived at the restaurant. Apparently, it's a pretty fancy cafe, and fancy burgers and fancy everything. The food was alright. It wasn't really that great, but it was pretty expensive for Hong Kong standards. For LA standards, it's pretty average. For Hong Kong standards, it's pretty expensive. I also saw Nick for the first time, and for some reason, even though, when I hung out with Zara, it was like there's nothing to talk about. When I hung out with Pink, it's like there's nothing to talk about. But when Nick's there naturally is a lot to talk about for some reason. Mainly because I just love joking around with Nick. And Leia's there too, so we joked around a lot. And Nick wasn't awkward with Miriam at all or anything. But yeah, us four, we had lunch, and apparently Nick and Miriam hadn't seen each other since the end of, like, since Form 6. So it's literally been more than 3.5 years, maybe even 4 years, the last time Miriam and Nick had met. So it's a pretty crazy moment. So yeah, we had lunch together. It's nice. It's cool. And it's good to know that Nick didn't even have a single girlfriend, or didn't even come close to getting a girlfriend or anything, because he's just such a huge nerd, like an otaku. That's comforting news. And in contrast, when Leia asked us and asked me about how is my romantic life, again, I don't want to talk too much about Leslie because it's literally psychological trauma, but I mentioned a little bit. I said, oh, there's a certain girl from the Liaoning province in the city of Shenyang, and I basically talked about how she gave me psychological damage, even though a lot of my contemporaries, right, Tyrus, Grant, they're going around having sex and shit. But for some reason, in comparison with Nick, and even in front of Miriam, my story seemed a lot more like, oh, so Enoch has experienced some shit as well. So it's actually, again, I shouldn't be ashamed of myself or anything. Like, at least I've done something, right? But yeah, the lunch was fine. It was really expensive. It was $113 something. And then afterwards, we were going to get dessert, but it was too expensive, so we walked all the way to another spot in Quarry Bay, in a mall opposite of the Monster buildings, which I've never been to. Entered it and had a little shaved ice there, which tastes really freaking good. Really high quality shaved ice. Yeah, it's really nice. And then that's pretty much it. We joked around for a good part of today was just me and Nick saying old jokes, like really, really old jokes. Like old jokes so old they're like secondary school old. But it's crazy that he still remembers them. I remember them because I made them. Most of them. And we were laughing, and I was laughing nonstop. It's been a while since I've laughed this hard. So that's pretty cool. Afterwards, we went to the MTR and we parted ways. I and Miriam went to Taiwan. And that was already like around 4:30, 4:45. So we went around and we just walked around the neighborhood. I grabbed my camera and took a bunch of photos. It's crazy because having lived in LA for 8.5 more months and then come back, I keep realizing how freaking gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful Hong Kong actually is in comparison. LA is so fucking boring in comparison. LA is basically one gigantic flat pancake with rows and rows of boring, bland houses and nothing else. Even in downtown LA, it's just like grids. It's just like horizontal lines and vertical lines. It's unlike Hong Kong, where every inch of your sight, of your vision, like if what you see is a frame of a movie, every single freaking square inch is filled with details and colors and interesting things, especially the estates. I went onto a swing in a playground. Well, she went to it first, and then she's like, Enoch, come on. So I sat onto a swing, and she pushed me around, and she's like, yeah, you're very heavy. And then afterwards, we went to this underground little mall place. One of those super narrow, old school malls, and it's really interesting. And then we went to the cinema itself. We went to Cinema City, and we watched Back Home. And we ordered 2 tickets. I paid. Apparently when Miriam took the tickets out of the ticket machine, she took the first ticket and the first ticket's receipt and not the second ticket, and we just walked away. So we were super confused because we're like, okay, that one is the receipt. That's not the second ticket. Where's the second ticket? Turns out we accidentally left it behind, and the person helped us get it back. The person had it. The person at the counter saying, oh, you left it behind, by the way. So we went to watch Back Home, and it's very interesting. It's a very, very interesting experience. I don't think I've ever watched a horror film in a big screen, let alone a Hong Kong horror film, so this is really interesting. And there are a lot of jump scares, there are a lot of scary moments, and I enjoyed it. In terms of scary, I think some of the scenes are pretty effectively scary. I would have been pretty spooked. If it's on my laptop, I would have been less spooked, but still, very effective scares. Pretty effective. I enjoyed it. But the movie itself isn't great at all. It has a lot to be desired. But it's so cool being able to watch a movie with Miriam after watching it. We also had popcorn. After that, we talked about the movie for quite a bit. We talked and talked and talked, and we discussed at the NPR station. So it was a really fun discussion. Afterwards, I went back home, and before going back home, before I went up my apartment, this one, I was downstairs and I took a bunch of photos of the Mid-Autumn Festival lanterns, because it's Mid-Autumn Festival. Let me take some photos of the places, of the moon and the lanterns, and, be happy about it, And yeah, all these lanterns are fucking sponsored by pro-Chinese companies. They're all, and you can tell because it's splattered, it's plastered, it's lined with a bunch of yeah, let's celebrate October 1st, the National Day of China posters. Which stupid. It's stupid, right? But anyways, I also took a bunch of photos of the moon. The moon is huge, it's round, it's yellow as hell, and I took some great photos. I posted it on Instagram, and Leslie liked like 4 of my Instagram stories. God bless her, I guess, but also fuck her. Yeah, and then I came back home and had a sushi dinner with my mom, and that's pretty much it. The place definitely feels lonelier where because my dad is never here and my brother's in Minnesota. And another thing is, for the whole day, I was pretty worried about the HKAFF, which is a Hong Kong Asian Film Festival. It's huge. It's a huge thing. I really wanted to go. It's playing some really good films, and Iwai Shinji, Yakusho Koji, and Song Kang-ho are coming to Hong Kong. Fuck yes. So I really wanted to go. Apparently, at 3 p.m., it's going to start selling the tickets. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what? Maybe tonight after I go back home, I'll take it out. I'll check it out. You know, it doesn't have to be a huge hurry. Holy shit, was I wrong? Because immediately, it was around 9 p.m. when I went onto my phone and checked the tickets. I don't know why I didn't check before, but earlier today in the afternoon, I had no idea how HKAFF works. I don't know how a film festival is going to work in Hong Kong. I don't know, are they doing it in one specific venue? Are they holding celebration, like ceremonies? Like is it like Cannes? Like how is it going to work out? Because, you know, every film festival is different. Like Asian World Film Festival, for instance, always takes place in the same freaking theater. And then Cannes literally takes place in the same town, probably in multiple different theaters. But it's a huge thing, red carpets and whatever. This one, I don't really know how it works. I don't know where to get the tickets. I went to Instagram and I saw the official HKAFF Instagram account posting Instagram stories of people lining up in Broadway Cinematheque, the cinema in Yamate. And I'm like, holy shit, do I have to go there physically to buy the tickets? I have no idea. And I also have no idea what to do with the Song Kang-ho stuff because my mom, I don't want to dox her at all, but let's just say my mom was going to be able to go to the Song Kang-ho acting masterclass for free, or at least at a discount price. And my mom told me that she can let me have the ticket so that I can go for free. But then I'm really worried that it's going to be one of those instances where I trust my mom completely, and turns out the process of getting a ticket to see Song Kang-ho is way more complicated, and I fucked up and I can't see Song Kang-ho now because I believed in my mom. So I did more research and I found out that to see Song Kang-ho acting masterclass in Baptist University, I need to fill in a Google form, and then within 3 days, I need to go to Yamate in Broadway Cinematheque to physically get a ticket. And it's like $40. You have to pay. And it is a real ticket. It's real. But you don't have to reserve seats. It's a first come, first serve thing, and it's not attached to a movie. And that's another really confusing part. Like, when Iwai Shinji comes, is he gonna hold a talk somewhere in some big like university or something? Like what's gonna happen? I don't know. Turns out for Iwai Shinji and Yakusho Koji, they are attached to movies. Iwai Shinji is attached to Kirie, which is, if I remember correctly, October 18th, 7 p.m. And Yakusho Koji is attached to October 26th, Perfect Day screenings. So those workshops and masterclasses by those respective director and actor is literally the screening right after the movie. It's literally right after the screening of the first movie. So kind of wild. And I only found out until today when I looked harder. And you can't find out info like this on the website at all. You need to find out through Facebook, which nobody freaking uses. So I finally found out, and holy fuck, while having dinner, eating the sushi, I had to go to the HKAFF website and then go to see the screenings, and then which directs me to cinema.com, which is a real website, by the way, so that I can buy the tickets there. And holy fuck, not even 7 hours after the tickets are being sold. Not even 7. A lot of movie screenings are completely fully booked. First of all, the ones where you get to see the actors in person, Kirie, Iwai Shinji, full. Perfect Days, Yakusho Koji, 7 p.m., all full. No worries though, because right after Kirie at 7 p.m. at 9:50, they're gonna do Kirie again. But and apparently, Iwai Shinji will also be present in the audience, but I don't know what does that mean, because the workshop is gonna be before that, I believe. But he's also gonna be present, so maybe he's just gonna say hi. I don't know. I'm gonna scared. I really wish I could see Iwai Shinji. It's one of my big dreams. I'm gonna wear the Aoba Ichiko merch, and I hope he sees it. Like, goddamn. And then Yakusho Koji, again, the workshop is gonna be before. So there's the 7 p.m. screening of Perfect Days, and there's the 10 p.m. screening of Perfect Days. And I'm going to that one. That one is almost full, but not quite. So I immediately got a ticket, really close to the big screen. But you know what? Who cares? This I got to see Yakusho Koji. So I don't know, but I really desperately need to see the guy. Thank God Song Kang-ho is not attached to a movie, so I don't have to watch Cobweb before seeing him. And Cobweb screens on October 13th. He shows up on October 14th. At BU. That is not attached to a movie at all. Finally, all the Hong Kong film screenings, The Lyricist Wannabe and Fly Me to the Moon, which are lame movie titles, by the way, they're all completely sold out. Every single new Hong Kong film is completely sold out. The one with Hannah Chan called, what is it called? The Time Still Turns the Pages, which is such a stupid title, but Hannah Chan's gonna freaking show up. One of the only few modern actresses who I think is freaking awesome. She's showing up, and that's immediately gone. The Lyricist Wannabe, which again, the actresses and the director will show up. Ping from Pomado, as well as Jung Soo-young, who is one of the biggest rising stars, they're gonna show up, and I can't see it. It's all full, all fully booked. But and you know, it's Hong Kong Asian Film Festival. I have to see a Hong Kong film. So on October 16th, I'm watching G Affairs. And apparently Hannah Chan will also show up, or at least some people from that movie will also show up. I don't know if Hannah Chan herself will show up. If she does, I'm gonna be very happy. If she doesn't, okay, fine. Finally, because it's such a rare occasion, I am going to see Eureka. As well, which is this 3-hour long black and white Japanese film about grief, and it also stars Yakusho Koji, so that's really cool. There are also a few other films that I really want to see, like, again, Cobweb by Kim Ji-woon, I'm not seeing. I'm sorry, I'm saving my money. Also, Evil Does Not Exist by Hamaguchi Ryusuke. A, Hamaguchi, the guy himself, will not show up here. B, almost all the seats are booked, other than some seats in the very front, in the first row. I can't watch a movie like this completely. So, you know what? Fine, I'm not seeing it. Maybe, hopefully, it's going to play sometime in the future in Hong Kong right before I leave. But holy shit, you know. But yeah, still, it's a shame. I wish I could immediately buy these tickets on my phone, like ASAP. And I wish that I could still somehow see Iwai Shinji. I don't have to attend his workshop, but if I can see the guy in the flesh, at least, I would already be really happy. So please let that happen. Please. Please, 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 please. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can, like, somehow, like, make it work. Like, maybe I could go earlier and somehow sneak in. I know that's crazy, but what if, you know? You know what? So yeah, so tomorrow's plan is I'm going to Broadway Cinematheque in Yamate tomorrow to get the ticket for the Song Kang-ho masterclass, but also I'm going to ask them if I can go earlier so that I can attend the workshop for Iwai Shinji at least. Yakusho Koji, great actor, but if I have to choose between Iwai Shinji and Yakusho Koji, Iwai Shinji. I have to fucking see the guy. If not, god damn it, but at least I'm seeing Song Kang-ho. Please, 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 please. I have to freaking see him, right? And then that's pretty much it. And yeah, so I'm watching 4 movies within 3 weeks in October. And hopefully I save some money in November. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah. Alright, time now is 10:54 a.m. on October 1st. We've made it to October. I slept from 2:10 to 10:30. Yes, I slept really late and I woke up really late, and I really should go sleep earlier because now I'm slowly pushing again. But yeah, not a lot to talk about. I had a dream where I went to a swimming pool, and it's like film 33 again. It's the same group of people. I think it feels like the same group of people. I didn't see the same group of people, but it feels like it. And some weird shit started happening. Some woman was pissed at me and flipped my table and destroyed everything. I was sitting beside the swimming pool at the time, and there was a table in front of me, but I had no reaction at all because I'm just calm and chill like that. That's it. So today, I'm going to go to Yamate to go to Broadway Cinematheque to get the tickets to Song Kang-ho's masterclass because I have to see him. And I'm also gonna ask them about the Iwai Shinji masterclass and the Yakusho Koji masterclass because I desperately need to go. I'm really, really fucking scared that I have the 9 something p.m. ticket, and I go there and it's like I can't go in because the masterclass is still going, and it just sucks. It just fucking sucks. I want to see Iwai Shinji, okay? So I really need to see the guy. And then tonight I'm going to go to Taipo to have dinner with my dad's side of the family. That's it for today. Nothing fancy. I'm also going to try to, do some follow-up on the Indeed job search, as well as do some stuff on HKTA. Hopefully get a part-time job. Hopefully get that film teaching job. That job is like perfect for me, honestly. You know what? Fuck English teaching. I want to teach film. That's cool as hell. That on my resume would look amazing, okay, by the way. So, yeah, I want to do that. I really, really want to do that. And that's pretty much it. I realized last night I bought 4 movie tickets. I realized maybe I should have chilled on that. Maybe I shouldn't have bought one of the movie tickets because I can just watch it on my laptop and it's probably not that great of a film. And it says filmmakers in attendance, but Hannah Chan herself probably won't show up. We don't live in a perfect world like that. But, yeah. Still, it's cool to support more Hong Kong movies, I guess. But yes, I'm watching Eureka. It's a 3-hour film. I don't think you can watch it anywhere else. So, it's kind of amazing that I can watch it, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, and I don't know, just job, interesting people, and short film. Goal in mind. My goal on my mind. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention that yesterday Kiara revealed to me that the DP is revealed. Turns out is Nadim. what the fuck? How did Nadim, out of anyone, get DP? How? How? I don't know. But the thing is, it doesn't even matter because he's not gonna get any creative freedom anyways. And then in the A cam, the camera operator is oh no, the gaffer is Leslie and Gregory. Great for them, happy for them. Fuck her, but Gregory is great. But then you also get Lauren as Cam Op B and Cliff as Cam Op as a second. No, Kiara became Cam Op for B. Cliff became the first AC for Cam B, which is sad. Especially Cliff is really talented, but Cliff being resorted to pulling focus for Cam B, which, by the way, Cuccio is known for historically ignoring, is stupid, okay? You're ignoring Cliff. Lauren became, I think, the first AC for Cam A or something. Or, no, the Cam off for Cam A, and the first AC was between Simon and David. Like, what the fuck? Between Simon and David. Like, just hear yourself. That sounds ridiculous. So, yeah. Actually, is Lauren even on the list? I know, because I remember Kiara saying that most of the people Cuccio and the Indian professor picked are also from the Wednesday class. Like, the Fridays don't stand a chance at all. So, that's really silly. You know, I'm going to talk to Cliff about it, actually. But yeah, it's very silly, very goofy, and I wish them the best of luck, I guess.
我知啊，但係好飽，我唔可以，我個口一定要唔可以着成。
Alright, time now is 12:46 after midnight. I almost forgot to do one of these, so let me just really quick film this and then I'll go to bed. I'm exporting my video now and it's taking half an hour. So yeah, first of all, not a lot happened today. I don't know why, even though my schedule is supposedly really packed with a lot of stuff, it doesn't feel like it. I feel stuck. It's weird again. It's, you know, I have nothing. You know, I've left Santa Monica and that arc is pretty much done for me. None of the stuff from that arc really mattered to me anymore. But then in here, it's also like clean slate and there's nothing all that interesting going on. So I really, I don't know, I feel stuck. I actually ended up this morning, going to Facebook and DMing the HK Asian Film Festival official account. Because I went to the official website and tried to contact them. I can't call them. I can only write them like an email thing. And for some reason the submit button wouldn't work. I can't submit anything. Turns out it does work for some reason, but maybe the text box is too long, even though it says maximum 1,000 characters. I wrote 580 something characters. I went to charactercounter.com to make sure it's within the character limit, but I still can't submit it. Anyways, I went to the Facebook page and I wrote the questions in Cantonese, and I asked them, number one, do I have to pay for a ticket if I know someone who works in Hong Kong Baptist University and is already invited to the Song Kang-ho Masterclass? Number two, if I go to the Kirie screening of 9:15, can I still join the EY Shinji Masterclass? Good news and bad news. Good news is, number one, I don't have to pay for the Song Kang-ho Masterclass because my friend, actually my mom, can actually bring me to the Song Kang-ho Masterclass for free. I still don't want any mishaps to happen, but goddamn, I'm going to be able to see Song Kang-ho in the flesh. That's fucking insane. But for some reason, I'm greedier than that. Like, because the bad news is, apparently the EY Shinji Masterclass, and Masterclass is probably just another way of saying Q&A session. But still, holy fuck, it's EY Shinji himself. That is apparently only for the 7 p.m. screening. Fuck. So I asked him a follow-up question because I saw that in the program schedule it says that in the 9:50 screening, filmmakers in attendance. Does that mean EY Shinji will be there? Even if not for a Q&A or a masterclass or whatever, does that mean EY Shinji himself will be there and I get to see him in person? Even in a far distance, even for 2 seconds. Please. And hopefully they say yes. But if not, it's dumb because I am watching a 2-hour long film, supposedly 3 hours long, but now cut down to 2 hours at 9:50 p.m. in frickin' Kowloon, and I can't even see the guy himself. So, yeah, it's just such a bummer. I don't know why, but throughout the whole day today, all I was thinking about is, goddamn, I may not be able to see EY Shinji or Yakusho Koji, which are two people that I would really, really, really want to see. And I don't know when's the next possible chance I get to see them in person, right? Like, holy shit. And I know I'm greedy. Before I came to Hong Kong, I never even thought about attending a film festival or seeing freaking Song Kang-ho. The fact that I can see Song Kang-ho is already wild. So me wanting to see EY Shinji and Yakusho Koji is basically me being greedy. But also, the chance is presented and I missed it. So next time there's a film festival thing, I'll be sure to like immediately buy tickets. But there's no fucking next time. Like, when is the next freaking time I'm going to be in Hong Kong for the Hong Kong Asian Film Festival? I don't fucking know. Because the next time I go back to Hong Kong, it'll be either summer or winter. I won't be back in Hong Kong in October. This is an anomaly. So, yeah, it's kind of fucking disappointing. RIP. So hopefully I at least get to see EY Shinji, the man himself, in person. I don't know. I really don't know, but one can hope. One can hope. But yeah, it's a huge bummer. I feel very disappointed. And I'm sure a lot of people are in a similar situation as me. Like, a lot of people really want to see EY Shinji, but didn't get to, so they end up with the 9:50 screening. But even so, hopefully there's a chance that I get to see him. You know, maybe see him walk past me or something. I don't know. I want to get his autograph. If they sell his merch or anything, like a poster or something, I really want to get his autograph. Like, just something, please. And, you know, maybe I shouldn't be disappointed. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe 10 years later, maybe I get successful or get to another film festival and I get to see him again, or some other awesome big director. Like, imagine if Bong Joon-ho, if I get the chance to meet Bong Joon-ho, holy fuck. I cannot miss the chance, right? If I get the chance to see freaking Koreeda Hirokazu, like, holy crap, you know, I'm going to die in real time. But, yeah, anyways, went to my uncle's place, and it's just okay. Not a lot happened. I don't know why, but the more I go to that place, the less exciting and the less lively it gets. Everyone's in their own phones and nothing's happening. But there's nothing to celebrate. Today is October 1st and it's like National Day, but fuck that. This is more like a Mid-Autumn Festival celebration. I remember when I was like 10 or 11 years old and I would go to uncle's place, a lot of people would be there and we would go see the moon together. We would go outside to the balcony to eat moon cakes and we would take a bunch of photos, and it just feels like a huge deal, but now it feels less and less like a huge deal. We go there, we eat dinner, and it's just okay, and then we just immediately leave after that, and it's just kind of bland. And we came back home and that's it. Not much else. While there, I checked out the website parttime.com.hk, which is a website that helps you look for part-time jobs. It's crazy how in Hong Kong there are websites for everything. Cinema.com if you want to go watch a movie, parttime.com if you want to find a part-time job, which is hilarious. And I went there and actually applied for a few. I think I applied for 3 jobs in that part-time. Or I think I applied for 2. One of which is tutoring, but it's private tutoring, and it's like real. It feels so illegal. It's not through an app. Finding tutoring opportunities through an app is already like kind of sketchy. It feels sketchy, but this is next level. This feels like Craigslist or something. Essentially, it's this post, and I click on the post or I tap on it, and it's basically, written in informal Cantonese. So this isn't anything formal. It's some random dude saying $150 per hour. It's in this district. DM me through WhatsApp if you're interested, and if you don't want to pay, the first 2 lessons or the first 2 classes to the app, because if I use apps like HKTA or Stabs, all the money I'm earning will actually not go to me, but to the fucking app itself, which is a huge loss for me because I'm only staying for like 2.5 months. But so I DM'd the guy through WhatsApp, so hopefully I get a response. I also applied for another tutoring job, and that's it. I also typed up a huge paragraph. I'm basically Better Call Saul. I typed up a huge paragraph saying, I am studying in the USA. I can provide notes. Yeah, maybe I don't have a lot of experience tutoring, but trust me, I guarantee your client will have amazing English because of me. Like, I will help them with all my power. And so I went to HKTA, Hong Kong Teachers Association, the app, and I clicked on multiple posts, and you comment on them. So I commented on like 10 of them, and I kept copying and pasting the same comment again and again and again. So hopefully I get some. It's just fucking ridiculous. On Staps, I requested like 11 or 12 cases. On HKTA, I just requested like at least 8 or 9. On Indeed job search, I requested 3, and on parttime.com, I requested 2. So I at least did like nearly 25 fucking job requests. Imagine if they all turn me down. Imagine if they do that. If only one of them accept me, I'm already really happy. By the way, if only one of them accept me, all I need is one. Let's see how fucking unlucky I can get. Let's give myself a challenge. Let's see how unlucky I can get. Imagine applying for 25 jobs and getting 0 of them. And they're extremely low paid. Some of the jobs I applied to are like $80 per hour, especially on Indeed job search, where I'm going for very low freaking positions in some random nobody tutoring centers, working as some part-time assistant of an assistant of an assistant. It's $80 per hour. That's even lower than minimum wage in LA. That's $80 per hour. That's like $9. So, but I'm still going for it. Like, let's see if they actually deny me. That would be funny as hell, So yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. Tomorrow there's not much to be done as well. I'm going to a restaurant. I'm still real excited for Song Kang-ho. I don't know about UI Shinji, but I'm gonna go to HKBU like at least an hour early. The Google form says go there 30 minutes earlier because it's first come first serve, and if it says 30 minutes, then I'll go like an hour early. It's like the Death Grips concert. It's like the freaking Owl Bicycle concert. I have to go there 2 hours early. Same here. It's freaking Song Kang-ho. Come on. So yeah, I have to go there early. Yeah, please hire me. Get me a job. Fuck. And hopefully once I get to USC, if I'm rich enough, or if USC gives me money, please take me to Cannes Film Festival or something. Or, I don't know, Venice Film Festival. even though that's literally part of school time. I don't know. Alright, time now is 9:45 a.m. on October 2nd. I slept from like 2:15 to 9:30. I woke up by an alarm actually, so yeah, I'm sleeping later and later and later. I don't know why yesterday was so unproductive for me. I have no idea. I edited 3 videos, by the way, but I ended up not watching any episodes of TV shows or any movies or anything like that. But yeah, I last night I wore pajamas that I don't think I've worn before, and my pants. It's one of those pants where there's like a string, there's like an elastic string that goes around the rim of the pants, and it's lopsided again. Like many other jackets I own, the string went all the way on one side and it's hanging out. And so I spent like 5 minutes slowly pushing the string back into the hole, and then holding the side of the rims and then pulling it so that it would go to the other hole, and it worked. So that's amazing. But yeah. And then another thing is last night when I was leaving my uncle's place, I started to feel a little uncomfortable in the throat, and I was thinking maybe it's gonna turn into a sore throat. I have a sore throat now, and it's every sore throat feels different. Some sore throat is at the very bottom. This one is at the very up. It's at the very 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 upside larynx, and it feels like dry. And I don't really remember all that much, but I think that's how my COVID started as well. Maybe I got COVID now. But it doesn't feel like it. Like when I got COVID, it also comes with feeling really tired, fever, and also losing appetite, and also feeling really cold. I don't feel that now. Maybe it's just early stages. Maybe it's just some other flu, some small sickness. Hopefully it's that. But yes, I have a sore throat, and that fucking sucks balls. I hope this sore throat goes away in like 3 days. If I remember correctly, I think I also got a sore throat during the intermission days, during ends and means, but I think it healed itself within like 3 days. But when I had the sore throat in COVID, it was like 4 or 5 days long. So hopefully this disappears and goes away, because if not, I'm going to actually die. So yeah, there's that. But essentially today there isn't much exciting news. I'm going to go to I'll watch a movie with my mom, a 1 hour long documentary, some random obscure documentary in Megabox, which is in Mongkok, and then afterwards, yeah, before that we'll have lunch together, and then afterwards it's like nothing. So there's that. And yeah, hopefully I hear some news, some feedback from all. I don't know how many jobs I applied last night. And yeah. Alright, time now is 9:20 p.m. Yeah, nothing all that important happened today. My sore throat is still here. The good thing though, the good news is that I don't feel terrible. Unlike the first time I got COVID, I felt terrible. All my bones were aching. I had fever. I didn't have any appetite, but right now I do have appetite. And I don't feel terrible. I do feel really tired, but that's probably because I only slept for 7.5 hours today, which is, by the way, not bad at all. But that's only because I woke up naturally for the last 10 days, so suddenly I sleep and I wake up by the alarm, It's suddenly like, whoa, I'm back to that film life. But yeah, I hate to disappoint, but no news from any job applications, like zero, zilch. Zero news from any job applications. Hopefully I receive more news tomorrow. I spoke with Cliff a little bit today, talked about his position as first AC in Cam B, which is kind of underwhelming, but the upside to that is this means the shoot or the pre-production of the shoot is not going to consume him. If he was a DP or something, it would just consume him. So he would be very busy during the shoot, but before that, it's going to be easy. And that's great if I want Cliff to be my DP. I spoke with Cliff a little bit, and I told him I kind of need to find someone who owns a black magic in Hong Kong, but actually I don't. If it's a flashback sequence and if it's supposed to look different, then I might as well, shoot with a Sony A7 III. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. And filmmaking is all about breaking rules. There's probably an unspoken rule saying that, hey, the same movie needs to be shot with the same camera, or at least the same brand of camera. But what if I don't, Why not? Let's go for it. So I want to use my own Sony A7 III. Because here's the thing. I have a 16x35 lens. 16 to 35 lens. If I find someone who owns a Blackmagic, will they have a lens that is the equivalent of a 16? So like an 8mm? Hell no. Who the hell owns that? Or wider, So I think my 16 is great enough for the wide shots that I'm going for. But yeah, anyways, I and my family, I and my mom drove to Megabox, which is not in Mongkok, by the way. I confused that with Langham Place. Megabox is in Kwun Tong. When we went to Kwun Tong, I was tired as fuck, but also hungry. We went to a Shanghainese restaurant. I ate a lot of food. It's really good. And then we watched a movie, and it's okay. It's like just an hour long. There's nothing too special about it. And then that's pretty much it. I was really quiet because I, sore throat, and I'll probably stay pretty quiet in the next few days as well. Hopefully this is just like a one-off sore throat thing and it has nothing to do with COVID, so that it heals like a couple days later. Though two small updates. One is in the car, I WhatsApp texted the Christian interview guy. I'm going to call him the Christian interview guy because he is the dude who is going to bring me to a place so that I can help them film some stuff, particularly some interviews, and we're interviewing celebrities who are Christian for this Christian documentary thing, or at least that's what I heard. But apparently my mom isn't even that sure, and my mom isn't even sure if I'm going to gain money from it. I wish I do gain money from it, but if I don't, yikes. But still, it's fine. But if I don't gain any money from it, and if it's just a small production thing, then I am jumping ship probably a week later. But tomorrow I'll be seeing him, and I'll be going to Kwun Tong again, and at 10 a.m., which means that tomorrow I'll probably have to wake up at around 8:30. So, fuck, I gotta sleep earlier tonight. Next thing you know, right after the movie, or I think right before the movie, I received a random phone call, and I'm like, oh, who's that? And my phone is in silent. It's on mute all the time, so I don't pick up calls. But I called back out of curiosity because it doesn't seem like a scam call. Usually, scams are They start with 3, or they're company calls, they're company phone calls, and not my company, but some random company. But this one starts with the number 6, so it's like a personal private mobile phone. So I called back. Turns out it's the producer guy that my mom knows who is connected to Fruit Chan. Holy shit, I called back. It's that guy, and that guy said that they will start filming on October 18th, and he's asking me for my availability. And I said, oh, I'm kind of busy now, but I'll WhatsApp you my availabilities. So that's great. That's huge. I'm definitely not going to gain any money from it, but that's okay. It's a good movie experience nonetheless. But yeah, still no job application updates, which is very upsetting. So there's that, and that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to talk about. Literally nothing. Oh, one more thing. 2 more things. One is today I took a photo. So I was in the Megabox Mall, and I saw this funny thing where it's a small shop that sells shower heads, or I guess other furniture mechanisms, other furniture related homely contraptions, I must say. And there's a shower head on display spraying water down into a sink, and in front of the sink there's a plastic sign saying don't wash your hands there. I thought that's funny. I took a photo and posted it on Instagram. It's funny, but also this is like Leslie humor. And as expected, Leslie liked it. And on top of that, replied to my Instagram story saying 洗澡 or 洗chu, which means shower in Chinese. And it's nothing like, there's no punchline. It's not like an inside joke, or it's not a statement. It's just like, and I don't know how to respond. It's crazy. This is the first time she has DM'd me since like back in August, and also the first time she's spoken to me since I left, since September 10th. And I don't know how to respond, so I responded. I gave it some thought, and I responded with Chongla, which is the Cantonese for shower, and she liked it, which is interesting. She's been liking a lot of my Instagram stories and DMing me again. It's almost like she's developing feelings for me again, which is definitely not true. And even if she does, fuck her. She's already hurt me enough. But it's nice to know that, you know, I'm having a better experience than Simon. Despite Simon being able to date her, or at least go onto a date with her, not date her for a period of time, right? Simon is forever hated by Leslie, but Leslie still thinks I'm a nice guy, and I'm a kind guy, and is still willing to like look at my stories and like them, and probably for the rest of eternity. So it's not the most terrible ending ever. Another thing is, a really funny thing is, my dad's dad asked me what am I studying, and I said film, and I think it's like the first time he found out, and that was last night, and he was disappointed, but he wasn't like mad. He was just like, just make sure you're, you know, just make sure you're good in your studies. You know, make sure you get great, because it's such a non-normal major, and you know, for an Asian parent it's like weird, but my own parents are fine with it, you know. But normally Asian parents are like, oh, that's not a real major. But that's pretty much it.